Geez, I was cold, and then all of a sudden I've become warm.
John Wire.
I need a turn marshal in 1 and 2. Scott Langford. John Wire's in this race.
Hold 5 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, got my turn marshals, got my drivers. Let's go ahead and line them up, guys. John Wire out front, followed by Ray, Paul, Colin, and Chris. All right, here you go. Go ahead, John, roll out. Hold on. Every time. All right, take 2. Go ahead, John. Paul and Colin figure that out. Colin trying to get up to Ray. Paul not letting him go. Paul's on the inside. Colin trying to get it back. Can't make it happen. John, meanwhile, out front on a 43-401. Followed by Ray on 42. Paul 39. Colin 38. Chris 33. Paul now in the 3rd. He's trying to catch up to Ray. His car. John Wire, your leader, 44-401 is his pace. 44-4 flat. This man can get on a 45. 5-4 last time by. 45-405 is John's pace down to a 45-404. 5-2. Hot lap belongs to Paul on a 5-1. John Wire, 5-2-0-0. 45-403. Ray on 43. Paul on 43. Colin 40. Chris off. John Wire, 45-402.
2 minutes left.
2 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Ray Preston, 44. Paul, 43. Colin, 40. Your leader, John Wire, coming up through the field. He's got Paul right in front of him. Paul giving him room, coming out of 4. Ray Preston in second on 44. Paul on 43. Colin, 23. We're down to 3 cars. John Wire out front, looking to overtake his own TQ. Hot lap is a 5-2. Hot lap belongs to Paul on a 5-1-2-8. Paul's in 3rd, though. John Wire. 5207. Ray Preston, 44. Paul, 42. Five one. John Wire, consistent. 5-4.
John Wire.
That is time, John Wire. 45-4 flat.
All here, you're done.
That is a personal best by 2 seconds. Ray Preston, 44-404 with a 114. That is a personal best by almost a second for Ray. Paul on a 43. That's not a personal best. John Wire, almost 46. Dude, I thought you were going to get 46. Yeah, you were that close. It's 45-4 flat. You were super close to 46.
Transponder 3333625. Transponder 5488951.
Race 8 / Superstock. You guys are up.
Annabelle Gardner. Bob Bingley. Darren Newman. 2000. Bruce Butler. Melanie Gardner.
Third marshal's that last race. Looking for Paul, John Wire, Colin Carroll.
2 minutes from the start of the race.
Has anybody gone 46?
I mean, not in our group.
49 Outlaw Carbon. You know, Traxxas not closed. I got all my drivers. Where are the Muellers at? Oh, okay. I'm just going to see you guys behind the pillar. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and close the back stretch. It's going to be Snoop, Bob Dingley, Annabelle, Darren, Spooner, and Melody. Can you spread them out a bit, Chris? All right, Snoop, let's go ahead and roll it out. All right, good clean start, guys. Good clean start. Annabelle trying to make a move on. Bob can't. Oh, she does. Bob goes wide. That's Darren. Darren just sneaks by from fourth. Oh, until he spins. I didn't see what happened there behind the pillar. He avoids 2 accidents. Oh, can't avoid a second. Guys, you got cars flipping down the back front stretch. Guys, watch it. Well, look ahead. Look ahead. Go, Darren, go. We got a broken one, I think. Mel, your car's broke. Snoop Allison, your leader. Annabelle in second. Snoop, Bob Dingley, and then Spooner. Darren rounding up the field.
3 minutes left.
Snoop, your leader. Annabelle chasing Snoop on a 32-402. Annabelle there. Annabelle doing well. Bob getting loose. Coming out of the corner. Oh, no, your leader in trouble. Annabelle coming. Remember, guys, try to stay in the groove. Stay in the groove. Annabelle on the inside of Snoop. She takes the lead from Snoop. Darren up in that fourth spot. He's chasing down Spooner. Spooner on the pipe. Darren in between the two leaders there. Oh, no, Darren. Let's watch our closing speed. You took out the two leaders there. Let's watch our closing speed.
2 minutes left.
2 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Darren up in the second. Chasing down Annabelle. Yep. Bob getting a little loose there. Annabelle, your leader. Oh, Darren got loose on the front stretch. Spooner hits him. That's going to let Snoop go by. No, actually, Spooner second. Although those three cars right there are heads up. Darren goes by Spooner. Oh, Annabelle rolls it on her own. Bob had nowhere to go. Here comes out Snoop. Snoop chasing her down. Darren in third. Annabelle on the pipe. Comes up in front of Snoop. Darren right there. They got Bob there.
1 minute left.
Top three cars close to each other on the track. Darren, the faster car. He's got a lot of straight line speed. Snoop trying to find a way cleanly around Annabelle. He's looking low. He's looking high. Darren there hanging. Oh, Bob spun out right in front of him. Then to see what happened. I think Annabelle hit the pipe. That let Snoop go by. Darren trying to hunt down Snoop. They got Spooner. Oh, Snoop on the pipe. Here comes Darren. Snoop again on the pipe. Darren right there. He's like half a second back, maybe less. Yeah, but computer says 0.8 of a second. They've got the lap car of Spooner there. Spooner goes wide, lets Darren go. Darren now can chase down Snoop with 6 seconds left to go. Annabelle hanging on the third. Cross the line, you'll be done. Oh, Darren, you're caught at the line with second.
2 minutes left. We're done.
Annabelle third, Spooner fourth, Bob and Snoop Allison taking the win on a 33-406. Snoop taking the win, Darren second, Annabelle third, Spooner, Bob Dingley, and Melody breaking after 2 laps. Up next, race number 9. Slash Superstock, race number 9. Oh.
Running in. Have music. Random vision. Diana. 2 minutes to start the race. John Lincoln.
A little bit higher, Scott. Yep, that's good right there. Oh, guys, watch it in two. Watch it in two. That's too low. There you go. Let it just kind of drift out towards the wall. There you go. All right, I got my turn marshals. I got my drivers. Britta out front, followed by Tiffany, Brandon, Scott, Ted, Brandy.
Started the race.
All right, Britta, go ahead and roll them out. Good, clean start, everybody. Uh-oh, Tiffany on the pipe. Brandon goes by for second. Oh, game up. Scott, no harm, no foul there. Plenty of time, plenty of time. Britta, your leader. Scott, second. Brandon, second. Ted moving into that fourth spot. Got Randy right there. Randy sitting in that third spot. Ted actually a lap down. Then Scott in fourth. Guys got one up against the wall. Go low, go low, go low. Coming down. Oh. Randy sitting in that third. Ted. Oh.
3 minutes left.
We got Britta, Brandon, Randy. That's your running order right now. Scott in the fourth. Ted, then Tiffany. Britta, your leader. Brandon second. With Randy in that third spot. Scott Langford fourth. Trying to get around Ted. A little too far inside. Leader coming up on him. Lets him go. Oh, Brandon goes way too high. Trying to avoid Tiffany. Gets his position back from Randy. Randy's right there. Oh, Brandon hard inside. Hot lap belongs to Ted on a 5-6 because he cut the track.
Left.
2 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Britta's still out front. She is on a 35.401. Looking to up her TQ. Get into a little disagreement there with Brandon. Oh, hits Brandon in the... She's going to lose the lead, possibly. No, Randy's right there. He's just closer. Brandon on his blitz. Scott had nowhere to go. Oh. Darren getting out of the way. Britta, Randy, Scott, Brandon. Oh. We got a big pile up in 1 and 2. Clear. Britta, Randy, Scott now in third. Brandon, that's your closest race going between Scott and Brandon. Uh-oh, your leader. Oh. Randy, now your leader. 34.407. That is not a TQ. Brandon in third, Scott fourth, then Tiffany and Ted.
That's the leader behind me?
Uh,
No, you right now.
nope. That is third. You guys are fighting for position. Brandon and Scott. Brandon's in third, Scott in fourth. That is time. Brandon done, Scott done. Waiting on Ted to finish. And that is a race. Randy taking the win, 34.403. That is a personal best for Randy by a lap. Britta on 34, Brandon 32, Scott Langford 32, Tiffany 31, Ted 29.
Let's just run it. It's not that bad.
We'll come up here and give this speed before we turn it to Europe. I dove deeper and looked into some houses. Traxxas homes are being bought. The owner is returning to UK and renting out every room. Some of these homes are
Looking for a check-in from Michael Vasquez.
No cracking at all.
Why did I pause that timer? Closed. Followed by Colin Carroll, Bob Mellon.
I don't like it from flex perspective, but it has to do. Where am I?
After Bob Mellon. Then Michael Vasquez, and then Tom.
Give me a 10th of a second here, John. John.
All right. Wait, hold on. Let me get my mouse already. Okay, go.
What are we doing, Colin? You said hold on. You said hold on. I stopped.
Everyone go around. Go around.
Just keep rolling out of 4.
Yeah, keep rolling out of 4. Good clean start, guys. All right. Everybody in order so far. Colin trying to get up there to put pressure on Ray. Bob Ellen trying to get up there to put pressure on Colin. Ooh, someone rolling. That was Ray. Oh, Bob Mellon in the infield. Ray, lap down now. Colin in the lead. Paul second. Michael third. Then Bob, Ray, and Tom. Big group of cars here. Oh, Bob Mellon runs into the back of Michael. Thank you, Bob. I didn't see that. Guys, watch it go high. Stay low on the backstretch. Stay low on the backstretch. We're clear. Colin Carroll, your leader. He is on a 42.404. Looking to take TQ here away from Ray Preston by 2 laps. Colin, Paul, Ray, Bob, Michael, Tom. We got one up against the wall and 2. Guys, go low, coming out 2. We're clear.
2 minutes left.
Guys, watch it coming out at 4. Got one caught on the pipe. Tiffany. Nicely done, Tiffany. Colin was caught on the pipe. Closest race going is between Ray and Paul, 0.2 of a second. More now. There, Tom. Paul has the leader on him. Paul lets him go. That was good patience, Colin. 1 minute to go. Colin just did his hot lap of 5.298. He is on a 42.405. Colin Carroll still your leader. We got 2 seconds. He's now on a 41.4 flat. He's done with a 41.4 flat. Waiting on Ray to finish. 41.405 in the end for Ray. And that is a race. Colin Carroll taking the win and resetting TQ.
10 minutes. We can have 10 minutes. Okay, so those of you that didn't hear, there's about 10 minutes. Well, that was a couple minutes ago. So the mains are going to start at about 9:42, which is 8 minutes from now. I hope those of you watching at home are enjoying. If you have my number, text me if the stream goes down. If you don't, Facebook message me. This is Britta. You probably already figured that out. Okay, I'm going to go set up the drone and stuff now. Enjoy.
Came off. Up the control line. Body came off. I don't think her came off.
Six drivers making it to the A main and slash super stock. Congratulations to the following: TQ, Becker, Randy, Tiffany, Brandon, Scott, and Snoop. Everybody else in slash super stock, you will be up first in the super stock B main. There are 2 bumps available to the A. Everyone, please listen up. I am going to need some help, and I'm going to be walking dogs, so I can't do it. Our first 3, well, I guess I can move things around a bit. Let's see if that helps. Oh, it does. All right, we're going to change a little bit from what we've been running. The Super Stock B main will be up first. Then it'll be Street Stock, Modified, 10.5 Carbon, Buggy Late Model, and so forth. So everything's the same except Street Stock and slash Modified are swapping order, please. I'll go walk dogs. Thomas Barnes will start you in maybe 7 minutes or something like that. And, yeah, have fun, everybody. Mains will be up on Live RC momentarily. Uploading now.
Alright, Slash Superstock. You can start making your way up. Slash Superstock, B Mean. That's Darren, Ted, Annabelle, Spooner, Bob, and Melody.
Ted music.
The Marshals out of Outlaw Carbon. That's going to be Colin, Ray, Paul, Bob, Mellon, Michael, and Tom.
Copy. Darren Mueller.
Alright, I just need checks out of Annabelle and Melody. Annabelle and Melody. I didn't hear a word you said. You're going to have to come tell me. Outlaw Carbon, still need a few of you out to Marshall. Gonna need one of you on the back straight.
I was just saying you don't need to wait on me. The drone's up and ready to go.
One minute to start the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
And gentle enough for babies, yet perfect for sensitive and melanin-rich skin at any age. A new way to glow.
Annabelle Gardner.
Just care in every life. Available now at select HEB stores.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
For race day, but for small business owners, every day is race day.
Melody Gardner.
Outlaw Carbon, if I can get one of you on the back straight. Colin. Where's Colin?
Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Outlaw Carbon. Missing Marshall's here. Here comes Colin. All right, Colin, take the back. We are going to go ahead and get lined up. No more laps. In the 1 spot, we got Darren. In the 2, Ted. In the 3, Annabelle. In the 4, Spooner. In the 5, Bob. In the 6, Melody. All right, go ahead and line them up, drivers. Darren, Ted, Annabelle. Spooner, Bob, Melody. All right, drivers, this is going to be a little bit different than qualifying. One time around, and then we go live out of 4. Darren, go ahead and roll us out. All right, we're racing out of 4 next time by. Keep a nice gap between you and the car in front. And we're off and rolling here. Darren out front in that yellow, or sorry, that is orange. Orange, number 7. In the yellow and blue, we got Ted. He's driving the number 14. And Annabelle in the 3 spot in the 101 pink and purple. We were taking 2, so right now it is Darren and Ted looking to bump, but Annabelle on the tail of Ted, trying to make it into the A main. Watch it in 4, stay low, stay low. It is clear. We are 45 seconds into this one with 3:15 remaining. It is Darren out front, Annabelle in the 2 spot now, Ted in the 3. Bob Dingley in the 4. Watch it with 3 and 4. Watch it in 3 and 4. Track is
3
clear.
minutes left.
All right, a little bit of trouble there. We'll let the order sort out here. Our battle now is for the bump spot of this number 2. It is Annabelle in the 2nd spot. Spooner in the 3rd. That gap is 7/10 of a second. Annabelle in the pink and purple, number 101. Spooner in the black and orange, number 55. Oh, both of them up onto the pipe. Annabelle fares a little bit better. Opening that gap up about a half a lap right now, just over a straightaway between Annabelle and Spooner. That is not the closest battle now. So it's Ted in the 4 spot. He's 1.5 behind Spooner. Ted driving that yellow and blue, number 14. Now 1 second the gap. And trying to make his way back to the 2 spot. Watch it on the back straight. Watch it on the back straight, drivers.
2 minutes left.
It is clear on the back straight. And we are just past the halfway mark. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Watch it out of 2. Watch it out of 2. Stay high out of 2. It is clear. So it's Darren, Annabelle, Spooner, Ted, Bob, and Melody, the current running order. Darren leading since the tone, has a 7-second lead over Annabelle in the 2 spot. Annabelle currently has 1.8 over Spooner in the 3. With 1:10 remaining on the master clock, drivers, it is Darren out front in that all orange number 7. Down the back straight he goes. 6 seconds back is Annabelle in the pink and purple, number 101. 4 seconds back is Spooner in the orange. Watch in 3 and 4. Track is clear. So now it's Ted up to the 3 spot in the yellow and blue, number 14. He's 5 seconds behind Annabelle right now, but there's still 35 seconds remaining on the master clock. So Darren out front, leading since the tone here in that all orange number 7. Has 4.4 over Annabelle in the 2 spot. Fast lap for the group is a 6.4 going to Spooner in the 4 spot. Darren, our leader, has a 6.5. Watch it in 3 and 4. Stay low. Track is clear. That is time. Race him to the line. You'll be done as you cross the line.
Ted Dietz done.
And Darren and Annabelle both bumping up to the A main. Ted in the 3 spot, Spooner in the 4, Bob Dingley in the 5, and rounding out the field is Melody. All right, race number 2. That is going to be Street Stock A main. Street Stock A main. You guys are up. That's going to be Bob Mellon, Colin Carroll, Ray Preston, Britta Beckerhammer, Brian Beeman, Bob Dingley, and Brandon Bishop. Street Stock A main. You guys are up.
Seacrest for Albertsons and Tom Thumb. It's stock up savings time now through March 31st. Spring in for store-wide deals and our
Refreshing.
for in-store
2 minutes to the start of the race.
Chips Ahoy, Gatorade, Post, Ziploc, and Zoa. Then click the offer in the app for automatic event long savings. Stack up those rewards to
Good
save
event hammer.
more. Enjoy savings on top of savings. You shop
Random mission.
online for easy drive up and go. Pick up order. Restrictions apply. See website for rules and conditions.
Station as always. Keep it in. Sounds like the 90s on radio.
Still need checks out of Bob Mellon, Colin Carroll, Brian Beeman, and Bob Dingley. I know Bob Dingley's back to back. I'm gonna need my marshals out of the B main / modify, or sorry, / super stock. B main, need you out to marshal. I've got a couple of you.
1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Brian Bean. 30 seconds to the start of the race. Bob Miller.
All right, drivers, if you want to be on the driver's stand, make your way to the driver's stand. Our last driver on the driver's stand now. You want to be on the driver's stand? Make your way to the driver's stand. Watch your 1 and 2. Watch your 1 and 2. It's clear. Watch the 3-4. Stay high. All right, drivers. No more laps. No more laps. Let's get them lined up in the back. Lined up in the back. It's going to be Bob Mellon in the 1, Colin Carroll in the 2, Ray in the 3, Britta in the 4, Brian in the 5, Bob Dingley in the 6, Brandon in the 7. So Bob, Colin, Ray. Britta, Brian, Bob, and Brandon. Brian, go ahead and pull forward a little bit. And then Brandon's going to be... Yep. All right, perfect. One time around, and then we're going live out of 4. Bob, go ahead and roll us out. We're going to restart that.
Go down to this when you have a chance. Say stop streaming and start streaming. Apparently the feed is frozen. I don't know if it's like.
Usually it does. All right. We are lined back up. Let's go ahead. Bob, go ahead and roll us out. Take 2. Nice gap between you and the car in front. Oh, we're going to have to go around one more time. We're going to have to social distance you guys, 6 feet apart. All right, Bob, one more time around. Nice gas between you and the car in front. Hold on. Something happened in the back. We need to keep the order the entire way around until the tone. Because, yes, I did see it. All right. One more time, Bob. Go ahead and roll us out. And we are off and rolling here. It is Bob Mellon out front. Watch it on the back straight. Stay low. It is clear already. Bob Mellon in that light blue, number 73, out front. Colin Carroll and Ray going at it here for the 2 spot. Looks like gap opening up a little bit, as there was a little bit of trouble for Ray getting through some traffic. But they have some clean track in front of them now with 30 seconds into this one. It is Bob Mellon has 1.4 over Colin, who has 1.3 over Ray. Now 7/10 back to Ray. So the battle heating up here between Colin and that, we'll call it purple and orange, number 15, and Ray in the red and white, number 42. Ray looking up the inside out of 2. Watch it going into 1. Track is clear. So Colin now looking at the back of Ray, trying to find the way around as they go down the back straight. This is the battle for the 2 spot. Oh no, trouble for Colin. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's underway again. But the gap now opening up to, well, it was a couple seconds, but now it's the battle on as Colin takes over the 2 spot. And that is our closest battle right now. Brian Beeman also getting into the mix in the black, orange, yellow, number 97. He was a couple tenths behind him, and Ray and Colin door to door here, back and forth. You can't figure out who wants to lead who here. Watch it out of 2. Track is clear. It is Bob Mellon out front, had 6.7 over Ray in the 2 spot. I believe now Brian Beeman going to be in the 3. Nope, Colin still in the 3. Oh, watch it out of 2. Stay low out of 2, low out of 2, low out of 2. Good hustle from the marshals there.
2 minutes left.
Watch it in 1 and 2. Stay high. High in 1 and 2. High in 1 and 2. Our leader getting caught up in that. But he is back underway. He had a 6.5 second lead. And he maintains that lead over Ray Preston in the 2 spot. But it is now cut down to 3.5 seconds with 1:40 remaining on the master clock. And we got a battle here for the 3 spot between Colin and Brian. Last time by is 0.3 of a second. It's Colin in the purple and orange, number 15. Brian in the black, orange, and yellow, number 97. Watch it going into 3 and 4. Oh no, trouble for our leader. Didn't see what happened. That is going to put Ray Preston out front. Colin now up to the 2 spot. And Bob in the 3. There's still plenty of racing, though. It's 1:10 remaining on the master clock. And we got a battle here coming up. Stay low in 3 and 4, low in 3 and 4, low in 3 and 4. Track is clear. So Ray Preston out front in that red and white, number 42. Colin Carroll, watch it on the front straight. Stay high in the front straight, high in the front straight. Track is clear. So Bob Mellon now back up to the 2 spot. Colin in the 3. 8 cents back from Colin is Brian. That's our closest battle. Down the front straight they go with 30 seconds remaining. That's the battle for the 3 spot. The final podium. Colin currently sitting in the 3 and Brian in the 4. It is Ray out front in that red and white, number 42. Bob Mellon in the 2 spot after a little bit of trouble. He's driving that light blue, number 73. Colin in the 3 spot as time winds down. Stay high in 3 and 4, high in 3 and 4, high in 3 and 4. That is time. Race him to the line. You'll be done as you cross the line.
Brandon Bishop done. Ray Preston done. Campbell done. Brian Beeman done. Bob Dingley done.
And Ray Preston going to take the win. Bob Mellon in the 2 spot. Brian in the 3. Colin in the 4. Britta in the 5. Brandon in the 6. And Bob Dingley in the 7. Race number 3. / modified. You guys are up.
John Ledesma. Two minutes to the start of the race.
All right, I need my straight stock, guys. Put your cars down. Back out to Marshall. Slash modified. You guys have the track. That's going to be Mitch, Snoop, John, Spooner, Darren.
Spooner sponsor. Midfield. Newfoundland.
All right, so I'm just missing a check out of Darren.
One minute to the start of the race.
I need my marshals from Street Stock. I have two of you. I've got both the bombs.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
And is Darren making it? Darren? Oh, okay. That's who. Got it.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
I see the final car. They're getting the body on now. Okay, you're out. Okay. All right, drivers. I'm told it's a no-go from Darren. So let's go ahead and get them lined up in the back. In the 1, we got Mitch. In the 2, Snoop. In the 3, John. In the 4, Spooner. In the 5, Ted. Colin, we're gonna get underway. All right. Mitch, go ahead and roll us out. One lap around, and then we're going live out of 4. We're off and rolling here. Mitch out front. Looks like Ted making an early move on Spooner for the 4 spot. I heard something sounded like a gear that wasn't good. But everybody's still moving, which is a good sign. It's Mitch Goki out front in that white number 01. In the 2 spot, we got Snoop in the light blue and black number 17. In the 3 spot, we got Ted. He's driving the it's yellow and blue number 14. Now he's battling with John. John is in the blue and orange number 67. John back up to the 3 spot. Spooner in the... No, I got something messed up here. John's in the 3 spot. Spooner in the 4 and Ted in the 5. Looks like trouble for Snoop. Puts John in the 2 spot. He's got 3.4 to catch back up to the back of John. Meanwhile, it's John in the 2 spot. He's 4 seconds behind our leader, Mitch. Our closest battle is going to be between Snoop, Ted, and Spooner. It's about 2 seconds separating all 3 drivers right now. Opening up just a little bit here. So it's Snoop in the 3, Ted in the 4, and Spooner in the 5. Snoop starting to pull away from Ted. Gap opening to 2.4 seconds. Spooner's just watch it into one. Oh, trouble for our leader. Stay high into 2, high into 2, high into 2. Car still on its side. Car still on its side, Marshals. Car still on its side. We're coming up on the halfway mark, drivers. It's 2 minutes down, 2 minutes remaining. It is Mitch out front, John in the 2 spot, Snoop in the 3, Spooner in the 4, Ted in the 5. Our leader, Mitch, has 3.8 over John, who has 3.9 over Snoop. Looks like trouble for John. Put Snoop back up to the 2 spots to the top 3 running as they qualified with 1:45 remaining on the master clock. And it's Mitch out front in the white 0-1. Watch it out of 2. Stay. Wow, that was close. Everybody stayed low, which was good. Up next is 10-5 Carbon A main. Have them ready. Mitch Gilkey out front. Snoop in the 2 spot. John in the 3. The closest battle is for the 4 spot between Spooner and Ted. The gap is 2.4 seconds right now. It is Spooner in the 4 spot. Spooner is driving the... Let me see if I can pick him up here. It's going to be the orange and blue number 55. Ted in the yellow and blue number 14. That gap 2.7 seconds right now. Low out of 4. Track is clear. $30 seconds remaining, drivers. Mitch Gilkey, Snoop, and John running the top 3 running as they qualified. Gaps opening up all across the board. The closest battle is 6.9 seconds between Ted and Spooner. Mitch on a 35.401, which is 1 lap outside TQ's pace. That is time. You'll be done as you cross the line.
3,000 done.
And that is a race. All drivers are done. All right, drivers, please hold all cars while we blow off the track and fix turns 1 and 2. Then 5 Carbon, you guys are up. It's going to be Michael, Josh, Brian, David. All right, 10-5 Carbon track is yours. 10-5 Carbon track is yours.
David Moyer. Josh Berry. Brian Beamer. 2 minutes to the start of the race. Michael Vasquez.
If you want to make any changes, do it now. If you want to be on the driver's stand, make your way to the driver's stand.
One minute to the start of the race. Five seconds to the start of the race. Seconds to the start of the race.
So when we line them up, the order is going to be Michael, Josh, Brian, David. And let's go ahead and line them up now. Michael, Josh, Brian, David. All right, it's going to be one lap around, and then we go live out of 4. It is Josh in the 2, Brian in the 3. Michael, go ahead and roll us out. We're going to go racing out of 4. And we are off and rolling here. Michael Vasquez, RTQ, leading us out in that red and white, number 24. Oh, trouble in 1 and 2, trouble in 1 and 2.
Just think about some device replacement.
It is clear. Josh Berry in the 2 spot, not letting Michael get away here early on, trying to look up the inside out at 2. Can't quite make it work. Oh, little tap of the pipe there from Michael allows Josh up the inside. So Josh taking over that top spot. And Josh is driving that blue and orange, number 5. Michael in the red and white, number 24. David Moyer in the 3 spot in the yellow and green, number 1. And Brian in the 4 spot in the black, orange, and yellow, number 97. Trouble in 1 and 2. Track is clear. So it is Josh Berry out front in the blue and orange, number 5.
3 minutes.
He's got 2 seconds over Michael in the 2 spot. Who has 1.4 over David in the 3. Who has 6 seconds over Brian in the 4. Fast lap is a 5.2 from David Moyer. We got a 5.4 from our leader, Josh Berry, last time by, followed with another 5.4. So it is Josh Berry on a 42.403. Almost matching the TQ pace here in the main. We are 140 down, 220 remaining. Josh Berry, another personal best, 5.4 last time by. Michael Vasquez in the 2 spot, his best lap last time by, 5.5. Brian Beeman, 5.5 as well.
2 minutes left.
High in 1 and 2, high in 1 and 2. Track is clear. .145 remaining. It is Josh Berry out front in that orange and blue, number 5. Michael in the 2 spot in the red and white, number 24. David in the 3 spot Stay low in 1 and 2. David driving that yellow and green, number 1. Brian in the 4 spot in the black, orange, and yellow, number 97. We got a 5-2 from Josh Berry. David's is still faster, but Josh has picked up the pace now on a 43-lap run, which is better than the TQ set by Michael in round number 3. So it is Josh Berry out front, 5-3 the last 2 laps. His average right now is a 5-6. He's on a 43.404. Everybody pretty spread out on the clock. The closest battle is going to be 4.5 seconds between Josh and Michael. That is for the lead with 30 seconds remaining, drivers. $15 seconds. This should be their final line to be done as you cross the line.
Michael Vasquez done.
And that is the race. All drivers are done. Josh Berry going to take that with a new personal best, 43.403. Michael Vasquez in the 2 spot, almost getting to his personal best. It was a 42.404, which was just 3 seconds outside his personal best. We got a personal best for David, a 41.404, which beats his previous personal best by 2 laps. Buggy late model, you will be up after we blow up the track.
Jimmy Sponsor up front. Brad Johnson. Chris Belzak.
All right, track is open. Track is yours. Buggy late model. 10-5 Carbon needs you out to Marshall. 10-5 Carbon needs you out to Marshall. Just missing a check out of Danny, and I see his car. And I see him moving.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
Did you forget to put a body clip on? Because it looked like your body came out.
Wherever you are. It's hyper-local real-time customizable alerts. Make sure the weather never takes you by storm. You can plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app.
All right, drivers, if you want to be on the stand, now's the time to make your way to the stand. 10-5 Carbon needs you out to Marshall. That's going to be Josh, David, Michael, and...
Hey, Thomas.
Yeah.
We can't hear you at all out here.
What's funny is I'm not changing the mic. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, there's like nothing out here. Is it on?
Yeah. There's no on-off switch. Is this any better?
I'm gonna see. Say something.
I need my marshals. Josh, Michael, David, Brian. I didn't make any changes.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, drivers, no more laps, no more laps. Let's go ahead and get them lined up.
Oh, I'll hang on to this.
Brad, Danny, Chris, Tiffany, Tom.
Seconds to the start of the race.
Diving watch will sell fast. Just add find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
And Josh, could I have you on the back straight in the middle? All right, Brad. One time around, and then we go racing out of 4. Go ahead and roll us out. We're off and rolling here. RTQ Brad in that pink and green, number 3. Danny in the 2 spot in the blue orange, number 7. In the 3 spot is Chris in the it's oil slick 789. And it's a 3-way fight here for the top spot. Oh, Chris looking up the inside, not quite enough room to make it work. Danny coming up away unscathed. And he's looking at the back of Brad out front right now. Just a couple of tenths separating them with 40 seconds into this one. Oh, Brad a little wide out of 2. And battling with a little bit of traffic. And Danny takes full advantage of that up the inside out of 4. So it is Danny out front now. Brad closely behind. 41.4 flat to pace. And it's just 4 tenths the gap between our top 2 here. Fast lap is going to Chris in the 3 spot, though. But it is Danny out front in that orange and blue, number 7. Brad in the 2 spot. Gap opening up to about a second right now, but there's still plenty of racing left with 2:30 remaining on the master clock. In the 3 spot, we got Chris. In the 4, Tiffany. And in the 5, Tom. Right now, Danny out front, 42.402 is his pace. He's 1 lap inside the current TQ set by Brad in round number 3. So it is Danny out front in the orange and blue, number 7. In the 2 spot is the pink and green, number 3 of Brad. In the 4 is in the 3 is Chris in the oil slick, number 789. Tiffany in the 4 spot. She is driving the gunmetal and red, number 21. And Tom in the 5 spot. He's driving the white and red, number 63. $130 remaining on the master clock. 1:30. It is Danny out front. He's got 1.2 over Brad in the 2 spot. Who's got 2.7 over Chris in the 3. Oh, didn't see what happened, but it was trouble for Danny as Brad taking over the top spot. That gap now 1 second the other way. Brad up on the pipe a little bit. Here comes Danny up the inside, door-to-door action. Brad grabbing all sorts of trigger out of 2. Oh, watch it going into 1. Stay high going into 1. High into 1. And you heard it. We're less than a minute of racing left. It is Brad out front. Danny in the 2 spot. Chris in the 3. Brad currently has 1.8 over Danny in the 2 spot. Brad onto the front straight into 1 and 2. He's on a 42 lap run. Danny in the 2 spot now down the back straight. About a straightaway and 1 corner lead. 2.3 the gap with 25 seconds remaining on the master clock. Chris just 1.7 of Danny right now. That gap to be about a half a straightaway. Danny in that blue and orange, number 7. Chris in the oil slick, number 789, with 10 seconds remaining. 7 tenths the gap. Chris trying to make everything he can happen. This will be their final lap. That is time. Race them to the line. You'll be done as you cross the line.
All drivers are finished.
That is a race. All drivers are done. Brad going to take the win. Danny in the 2 spot. Chris in the 3. Tiffany in the 4. And Tom in the 5.
Nice race out there, guys. We are on to the asphalt. Stock to Marshall's from Buggy Lake Mob. Out to the asphalt, please. Racing in stock touring your TQ, Mitch Gilkey, 21,509 today. Josh Berry, Scott Langford, Thomas Barnes, Scott Radwin, and David Moore.
Two minutes to start the race. Stop running. One minute to start the race. "45 seconds to start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, stock touring. Let's get them checked in. I do have Marshall's out, except the right-hand side is normally over there.
The team
Chris
is to
Belushi,
start the race.
right side, please. Well, I need someone to step out. Aaron, can you marshal? I don't know if you can or not. I need somebody on the right chair, please. Someone who has a moment. You got it, Aaron.
Thomas Barnes.
That's not true. All right, driver. Back straight is close. Let's line them up, please. Mitch in the 1. That'll be the first clear near mark. 2, Scott 3, Thomas 4, Scott Radwin is 5, David Moyer 6. Everybody finding their marks here. Look for a nice clean start. Don't pass before the loop, please. Drivers ready. You are all live. It's born. Here we go. I didn't see that was conflict that caused that, so we're going to roll that out and call it a start. On the back, the race for the lead. Josh Berry with the ponies down the back. 20 seconds into this one, Josh closing on Mitch in the first part of the field. Across town they go. Trying to build a little space behind them. 2, Scott Langford down the back. Mitch, then Josh. Josh really making closing time in the front right. Across town. Mitch holds them off nicely right now. Oh, Mitch clips and Josh gets on by. We are 45 seconds into this one. This is race number 6. Stock touring front wheel drive is up next. 1, 2, 3. Josh, Mitch, Scott. They're followed by Thomas, David, and Scott Rapp. On to the back. Josh, Mitch, Scott, and Thomas. They're about 7/10 of a second between each car. Only your leader on a 20-lap pace. Next 3 cars on 19th right now, early in this one. That includes the grid start, of course, into the sweeper. Josh is starting to build a little time. 14-9. 14-9 for Mitch. 14-8 for Scott. 14-9 for Thomas. Thomas has a hot lap here on 14-77. The other 3 cars are in the 14-8s for a hot lap. David with a 15-3 and Scott with 17-0. At the lead, Josh has lost all of his lead. Mitch looking for space. all over Josh right up front of the crosstown they go. Staying a little cleaner out of that barrier clip at the loop. Josh Berry, 14.64. That's the hot lap of the race. Mitch half a second back, 1 second to Scott, 4/10 to Thomas, 4 seconds to David. Jump to Scott lap. Down the back here, 1-2. Oh, Mitch losing again on the back. Up on the back, up on the back, up is on the way. That is going to push Mitch down to 4th position here. Josh, your leader with a new hot lap, 14.56. 2 seconds up on 2nd place, Scott Langford. 4 seconds to Thomas Barnes. 2 seconds to Mitch Gilkey. 2.5 to David Moyer. Scott Radman to round out the running field across halfway. Leader onto the back. Josh in pink. Mitch has actually fallen all the way to 5th. Thomas Barnes, 5 seconds now. 8 seconds back.
1 minute.
6 seconds to Mitch. 5 seconds to David, and then Scott Radman. Under a minute to go. The leader right up front, running 1.4 ahead of Langford. Pulling back a little time here. Onto the back goes Josh Berry. Very clean. Sweeper into the loop with 45 seconds to go. 14.6 the time. 1.8 the gap. And Josh Berry puts a nail in it here, perhaps. We've got 3 clicks to go. 30 seconds on the timer. Leader at the loop. 14.9. That is going to be good enough to gain a little time. Scott comes on a 15.1. Thomas had a 15.7 last pass. Here he comes to the loop in green and silver, a 15.3. Josh Berry, 15.5, 14.8 for Scott, 1.2 seconds. This is the final lap for these 2 cars. Barnes should get on to 1 more. Radlin on a 16.1, his best of the race.
Gilkey done. Josh Berry done.
And Josh Berry
Scott Langford done.
takes home a win. Josh 20 and 5:03. Scott 5:04. Thomas will come across also 20 in 5:14. Those are your top 3. Mitch in 4th, David 5th, and Scott Radlin 6th. We will do pictures after front wheel drive. Josh wants to take a picture of the screen. Look at this. He finally wins one against the boys. Out to marshal positions, please, from that race. Front wheel drive will be Scott Langford, John Wire, and Scott Radlin. No David Moore.
2 minutes to the start of the race. John Wire. One minute to the start of the race. Scott Langford.
And final driver is up on the
30 seconds to
stand.
start the
One
race.
guy has gone down to make a minor change. We do have marshals out and are ready to proceed shortly. We'll do pictures for on-road before we move to the oval for race 8 Midwest Modified, which is on deck.
Scott Radlin.
Also, there are a bunch of us that are in race 8 and race 10, marshaling in between. So after race 9, there will be a slightly longer changeover as well. But we did well on time. Let's see, math-wise, we're going to wrap up a little after 11 o'clock, which I am okay with. But this does tell us about where the max is here. You up here, John? All right, guys, let's bring them to the grid, please. Scott Langford, first inside mark you can see. John Wire, 2. Scott Radlin, 3. Man, you on-road guys that are in charge, somebody should paint those marks. Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. I just love that. This is front-wheel drive. Amen. You are all out at the horn. Here we go. Oh, they start so gently compared to their four-wheel drive cousins. Oh, early error by Scott. Oh, doubles down on it. John Wire giggles and leaves. Scott Radwin in tow. They go through the chicane here. Scott's like, hey, John, you could give me one of those too. 20 seconds in, 4:40 to go. At the loop, John Wire over Radwin by 0.4 of a second. Radwin pretty much all over it. Overshoots that a little bit, but up the crosstown he goes. Radwin may have the faster car here. He's certainly hanging in there. He's got a little speed at the end of the straight. Ooh, he's closing in. I think he scared himself a little bit. 40 seconds into this one. Scott Langford back to 5. He's going to have to worry maybe a little bit about the passing, but the catching, I don't think is going to be a problem. 15-5-1 for Langford. For comparison, both John and Scott about 17 seconds. So Langford will be quickly on Radwin, who will fight off his pass like the oh, he won't even a little bit. Man, you on-road guys, you need to drive some oval. On to the back, John Wire. Surely John Wire will fight off his pass. Put him into the wall. That's the spirit. Minute 30 gone by, 3:30 to go. They give it to him, aren't you? Look at that. Now that everybody's got speed on John Wire. Oh! Look at this, Radwin. He's off running away. Badgered him about letting people pass. Oh, John just gives him a big fat hole that Langford couldn't miss if he tried. Your leader at the loop is Scott Radwin. This time, maybe he'll fight for position. Ooh, he's going to make it easy. Uh-oh. Oh, really? Man. Langford ends up with a nice little double as he takes the lead. We are 2:20 in Wire. Total gap, 2 seconds in Wire. Total gap, 2 seconds here, but Langford is intent on stretching that out quickly and pronto quico. Down the back he goes. His last lap was a 16-second affair, but his hot lap is a 15.4. There's a 15.8. He's the only, well, no, Radwin has a 15.9. Wire a 16.0 for hot laps. Langford has 4 seconds on Wire. Who's got Radwin still all over? 0.3 of a second last click. Last click. Coming up on the final 2 minutes here, there's a 15.5 from Langford. Coming up on the final 2 minutes here, there's a 15.5 from Langford. He's on an 18-lap pace after all of the kerfluffling. Everybody moves on to an 18-lap pace. Up the crosstown goes the battle for second, which, as Langford checks out like some guy at Walmart in the self-check, is the only interesting thing going on as we watch Scott Radwin try to take over John Wire here. The crosstown, about 10 feet apart. Now Radwin's a dog with a bone. How come he wasn't doing that when somebody was trying to pass him? He's like, oh, you want by? Why, let me hold the door for you, sir. Oh, and Radwin's into second position. Wire got a little squirrely there at the top of the first Shepherd Brook. And then he flips himself over and uses language inappropriate for the video. Minute 15 to go. It is Langford, Radwin, and Wire now. Oh, watch you. I think he's probably going to put you about 10 seconds under that lap down. That's my guess. He's got 4 laps. I missed it. It was behind the pillar to me. Apparently it didn't work. Fight him off, John. We're rooting for you. Watch him here, though. He'll double. And he's got the ponies on you, too. That's it. Weave. Be off. Oh! Be wide, Wayne. Be wide, John. Oh, that's the way. Shot him out of the way. Oh, look at this. Now he's just toying with you. 20 seconds to go. You don't want to leave. You want to kick him off the lead lap. Come on, Langford. Now it's too late. 10 seconds. This is the last lap for these two. Radwin looking very happy and content with his second place here. Oh, he's going to wait. Watch him. He's going to come fast.
John Wire done.
Everybody wraps it up.
Are finished. Stop
Scott
recording.
Langford takes home the win. 18,509, 510 for Radwin, 17,508 for Wire, which might as well be a lap out. That was Langford, 15.42, and that was fun. Let's take pictures, guys. Pictures, please. So on-road pictures are going to happen. Then we'll get to Midwest Mod on the backtrack. Front-wheel drive guys, Langford, Radwin, and Moyer. I do need you to report promptly as soon as the pictures are done to the backtrack for Marshlands, please. Do not let me down.
Press juices and more. Spring is in bloom now at Whole Foods Market.
FDA approved pill to treat frustratingly low libido in women under 65. Premenopausal, postmenopausal, yes and yes. And it's about time. There's a reason Audi is the #1 prescribed treatment for HSBD. And with insurance coverage, it can cost as little as $40 a year. $40 a year. Visit Audi.com and see what it feels like to want to get. That's ADDYI.com. Well, the answer is for women 65 with low sexual desire disorder who have not cognitive low sexual desire in the past and who have low sexual desire but is
Volunteer.
sexual activity, situation, or sexual. The low sexual desire is not really a medical mental health problems in the relationship or marriage is not from employment and sexual support. Your risk of severe blood pressure is increased. It's 2 hours after 1 or 2 days.
Hold your breath.
If you take certain prescriptions, you are medication or blood pressure. Do not take it for allergic to any of the sometimes serious sleepiness can attack. Common side effects include dizziness, nausea, tiredness, stiffness, falling or staying asleep, and dryness. CPI
Read for this.
alerts and accurate 24/7 forecast with weather alerts. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts. Weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free weather alerts from the App Store.
Can I take your call?
You noticed? Yeah, I found it on eBay. I'm sorry. Yes. Perfect. It and jackpot. It's another classic trench silhouette. And did you see the pretty buckle? Oh, I'll hang on to this forever. Then eBay. And I bet
John Wire.
maybe what so fast. And find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love. Flag football, I flag it.
There's bells out.
Record holder. Flag football tournament nationwide for boys, girls, and adults. Join me. Visit iflag.org today. I don't want to carry your local home. It's all fun. Midland, right today.
Sound familiar?
Know how to match you. And now it matches.
All right. All right, guys, backstretch close. Backstretch close. John Wire, Ray Preston, Paul, Colin, Chris. All right, John, let's go ahead and roll them out. All right, here we go. Good clean start, guys. Good clean start. John Wire already gapping. Colin trying to get around Paul, and then it worked out for him. Paul holding on to third, looking to pass Ray here. That's your closest race going between Paul and Ray. John Wire already on a 43.401. Paul trying to get on the inside of Ray. Can't quite get there. Ray holding him off. He's on the pipe. Gives Paul some hope. Paul backs off. Just a touch, not to hit Ray. Paul trying. He does. He gets underneath Ray for second. Ray up in the marbles. Gets it going again. Paul gone. Gap now 2.8 seconds between John and Paul. John already looking to lap third place. John on a 45.402. He's coming up on Ray. Ray gives him room. John Wire 5.2, I'm sorry. 45.401. 45.4 flat for John Wire. Paul on 44. He's on a 44.404. He's 1 second off his personal best. Everyone, we got about 2:10 left to go. 2:10 left to go. Paul Gertner, 44.402. Ray Preston, 42.4 flat. Chris on 37.
2 minutes left.
John Wire, your leader. Tune us down. 2 minutes to go. John Wire coming up on Chris. Chris lets him go. John coming across on a 5.6. His hot lap's a 5.114. Back on lap number 13. John Wire, your leader, 5.3. Last time by Paul, 5.2. That's his hot lap. 5.218. Paul on 45.404.
One minute left.
1 minute to go, drivers. 1 minute to go. Paul, 45.404.
Somebody caught. Hopefully not me. What should be?
John Wire, 5.3.
Could be me.
Paul and John Wire on personal best.
Oh, somebody is. Yeah. Somebody figure out who's burning. Is it me? Oh, it's going down. Who's burning?
I don't think they can smell it. 45.401. John,
Oh,
7 seconds.
John Wire done. Ray Preston done. Paul Gerber done. All drivers are finished. Chris Ballinack done.
Paul, 44.403. John Wire, you were on 46 at one point.
damn it. Is it me, Aaron?
Ooh, I can smell it.
Me.
I can smell it in the booth. Hey guys, who was it?
Yeah, no, you're here.
Well, they're always the fastest before they blow up, right?
Exactly.
All right, Slash Superstock. Looking for Brandon and Scott Langford. I need Colin out of here. John Wire. Paul's already out here.
5 seconds to start the race.
All right, drivers. It's going to be Britta out front on the pole. Randy Mueller in second. Tiffany third. Brandon fourth. Scott Langford fifth. Snoop Allison. Then Darren, then Annabelle. All right, drivers, we're going to go around one time. And then we'll get it coming out of 4. Okay, Brett, go ahead, roll them off. Nice social distancing, guys. Good social distancing. All right, here we go. All right, Tiffany got it off the pipe. Good. All right, guys. Good clean start. Good clean start. Good job. See if Snoop making a move on Scott. Oh, guys, the leader is upside down. All kinds of mayhem there. People moving up positions. Tiffany, your leader. Brandon, Britta, then Brandon, Darren up there. Scott in the 5th spot, hanging on the 5th. Your leader is Tiffany right now, followed by Britta, Brandon. Scott trying to get up into 4th, loses it to Darren. We got a 4-car battle here for 3rd. Oh, Scott and Darren tangle. Scott getting going again. We got a close battle here between Brandon and Britta. Brandon trying to get on the inside. Britta shutting the door. Snoop sneaking up in there. Oh, good job, guys. Good job. Work it out. Work it out. Snoop up in the 2nd. Britta and Brandon. Tiffany still your leader. She is starting to run away with this one. She's moving out of the way of everybody. Leader is Tiffany. That number, is that 21? It's Tiffany, Randy, Brandon, Snoop, Britta, Scott, Darren, and Annabelle. Brandon on his lid. Uh-oh, your leader on the pipe. Randy in that second spot. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Still a lot of racing left. Oh, Brandon runs into your leader. Trying to get her going again. Now Randy, your leader, Tiffany dropping to 5th. Randy, your leader, Snoop in 2nd. Snoop right behind him. Snoop looking for a clean pass here. We have got Britta in 3rd. Scott up into 4th. Oh no, Brandon upside down. Everyone hitting them gets them going again. Guys, we got Noah up against the wall. Clear. Val Langford trying to get around Tiffany for 4th. Then we got Britta in 3rd. Snoop. We got a minute left to go. Up next will be Outlaw Carbon. You guys are next. All kinds of mayhem. Britta was spinning around trying to get going again. We got Randy out front, followed by Snoop and Tiffany. Randy, Snoop, Tiffany, Britta, Scott, Brandon, Darren, and Annabelle. Got 20 seconds left. Oh, guys, watching in 1, go high in 1. We got one coming up slow into 1, clear. That is time. Cross the line, you're done.
Darren Mueller done. Matt Langford done. Lee Powell done. Annabelle Bearder done. Randy Bishop done.
Randy Mueller taking the win. 35-406. That's a personal best. Snoop in 2nd, Tiffany 3rd, Scott 4th, Brandon Bishop, Britta, Darren, and Annabelle.
Great present. Bearder. Part of the race. Paul Carroll. Tom York. Michael Nesbitt.
Guys, watch it going into 1. We got a car low in 1. Low at the entrance of 1. Clear. Oh, Paul lost his wheel.
One minute to start the race.
That a bug, Scott? You thought it was a wheel nut? You know, Paul, you're supposed to tighten those things down.
Hey, Paul, you sabotage yourself enough. I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
It was me. I worked on his car for him. Look at that. We did it. It's 11 o'clock, guys. 11 o'clock. Last race going off at 11 o'clock.
Oh, trying to get out of the way. All right, not getting any better.
All right, Colin, Ray, Paul, Bob, Michael, Tom. All right, one lap. Go ahead, Colin. Roll them off.
I'm looking at my own car, thinking, "God, when did it go?"
Michael Vasquez trying to make a move on Paul. Colin out front. Guys, watch it going into one. Clear. Colin Carroll, your leader. Ray Preston right there. 0.4 of a second last time by. Guys, watch it coming out at one. We're clear. Colin, Ray, Paul, Michael, Bob, Tom. Paul and Carol, your leader, with Ray Preston following fast. Ray Preston is biding his time. Whoa. Michael trying to get out of the way, and he does. Help! Colin Carroll, Ray Preston, Michael Vasquez, Paul, Tom, Bob Mellon pulling off. Colin Carroll losing the lead to Ray. Guys, watch it come out of four. We're clear.
2 minutes left.
2 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Oh, Colin. Ray Preston, still your leader. Colin Carroll, second. Paul, third. Michael and Tom. Oh, Colin hit the pipe. That's going to let Ray go by for a lap. Colin's going to race him, though. Oh, he rolled over.
1 minute left.
1 minute to go. Oh, that was impressive. From this view, this looked impressive. Ray Preston is still out front by a lap. 2 lap. Well, yeah, lap now. Colin hanging on to second. Paul third, Michael and Tom. That is done. Tom, you're done. Michael done. Paul done. Colin done. Ray done. That's a race. Ray, you did your hot lap on the last lap of the race. 5.285. And that concludes our race day.
Probably a good call. Oh, thanks.
Guys, you get third and qualifiers? Yeah, I got third. Get over here. Buggy, late model, where are you guys at? You obviously have responsibility.
I just realized I'm still streaming. And I just realized I forgot to turn off the stream. Bye, everybody. Hope you enjoyed.